Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Thursday night with Tech King Mike. Or should I say, the last Thursday night with Tech King Mike. That's right. This is the last time it will be known as Thursday night with Tech King Mike. It's going to be a little bit of a change up starting next month. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. Kind of excited. I think it's gonna be really nice. I hope you guys like the new name of the weekly live show next week. And I might drop a little teaser at the end of it. I'm working on a nice intro for it and everything. That is a whole spider on the wall back there, and I can't get to it. Working on a little, it's nice little intro and everything. So hope you guys will enjoy that. But in the meantime, in between time, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of the roll call. See who's all in the building. I got my man Jason C. What's good? Happy Friday, Junior. Yes, sir. Happy Friday, Junior, to you, brother. Happy Friday, Junior, to you. Let's change that color to a blue color. There we go. Yeah, make that sort of a light blue color there. There we go. I like that. Yeah, man. Shout out to that man, Jason C. in the building. Bradley Larcher is in the building. What's up, Bradley? Good to see you, sir. Technically T is in the house. What up with you, Technically T? CDF man is in the big building. Barry Johnson is in the house with them peeping eyes. I see you, Mr. Generosity. Barry Johnson. D Boone is in the building. What up with you, D Boone? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. My man, Big Mosley is in the house. What's up with you, Big Mosley? Hope all is well with you, sir. Good to see you. And I see Shay of Queen of Steeler Nation Kennedy is in the building as well. Good evening, Miss Shay. Good to see you. Good to see you. StreamYard is doing that thing where I see the chat, but I can't see all of the chat. So hopefully, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now I can see a little bit more of it. Oh, man. Glad I expanded the screen. I can see a lot more of it now. So let's see. Hey, Rip Raymond is in the building. What's up with you, Rip Raymond? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. James Herrera is in the house. What's good to you, sir? How you doing? Pat's Tech is in the building. What up with you, Pat? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Digital Slang is in the building. Big Mosley said, let me guess, Thursday night with iPhone King Mike. No, not always iPhone King. So not quite. But no, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be an interesting name. It's gonna kind of line it up along with the direction that the channel is going. So I will just say it's gonna involve like pre-gaming, stuff like that. So it is what it is. But man, also I see my man Easy Computer Solutions is in the building. Good to see you, Eric. Good to see you. Hit the microphone. For those of y'all that are not following Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, Eric is going to be streaming tonight over on his main channel, on the Easy Computer Solutions channel. He is going to be streaming his podcast live recording with his guest tonight. His guest tonight is none other than Adam from Tech Odyssey will be in the building. So if you guys are interested in that tonight, make sure you go check that out. It's going to be a great podcast, great stream. Looking forward to watching that. Also, after me this evening, you have, of course, Ike's Tech Talk at 9 p.m. So I'm at 8, Ike is at 9. And of course, you have Eric at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we're going to try something different. We are probably going to stream at 7 o'clock. See how it's going to go. The schedule lines up now to where I should be able to get home about 7 o'clock to be able to make that work now. So we're going to see how that goes. I kind of want to stream a little earlier in the day because I got to get up pretty early in the mornings now for work. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, in between time, hope everybody's doing well. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves and had a good week so far. Shout out to the 22 of you currently watching the stream. Thank y'all for being here. Jeff Hale, blessings to you, sir. Blessings to everyone. As y'all know, as always, this stream never has a direction or a course. It's just literally a hour or so of me rambling and just chopping it up with you guys, man. So what I want to do, I have a question. We're going to start off every stream from now on. This is a new direction, a new direction that we're going to do. Like I got a lazy eye. But we're going to try something, and I want to ask you guys a question. Okay, so tonight's question for the stream is going to be, is the iPhone Fold, let me rephrase it. Does Apple need to release a folding phone before 2024? We'll use that. We'll say within the next 2 years, does Apple need to release a folding phone? That's the question I have for all of you. I'm curious to see what you guys' answers are in the comments, and we're going to talk about it because last night on Wired Wednesday, it was a good conversation about the state of foldables with the Samsung Fold and the Fold 4 being about a month away, and the Vivo X Fold, Oppo Find It, and other folding devices over in the international market, mostly the Chinese market, but overseas. And the conversation got me thinking, that we've really it got me to thinking about like what is it going to take for the North American market to get the best foldable for the North American market. Not saying that the Vivo X Fold is not a good fold. I don't have one, but from what I've seen and heard, it's an amazing phone. Not saying that the Oppo Find N or the Huawei Mate X2. I'm not saying that these devices aren't good, but I just feel like it's not gonna be the thing that makes Samsung want to do better until Apple does it. I call me a pessimist, but I just don't feel like Samsung's gonna want to do anything until they have that competition with Apple in carrier stores in the North American market. So I'm just curious, do you guys feel like Apple needs to release a folding phone within the next 2 years? So I want to see what your answers are in the chat. I see a couple of people saying Apple folding phone, no. Bradley Larcher said no. Holla at your boy said A. Holla at your boy is also hosting the Ignorant Hours tomorrow night at 8 p.m. No, tomorrow night he's hosting the Ignorant Hours. My times are all screwed up because I'm tired. I ain't even gonna lie. So, but make sure you go check him out. LaShawn is on the hunt to 1,000. So, man, hopefully LaShawn will hit that 1,000 really soon. Pat's Tech says, I'd say no because they're going to make that money regardless. The people who buy iPhones buy them because they just work and have never been one for innovating in that sense. Seems like it's a resounding no. Seems like it's a resounding no. Kenny Man, what's up with you, Kenny Man? Let's see. Big Moses said, I say no. I don't think Apple fans care. Says no. Let's see. D Boone says no, they don't. Days One says nah, they don't. Days One was good, man. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Let's see. Jason C says, no, Apple doesn't have to, in my opinion. They control too much of the market here. They are too focused on mixed reality. Maybe after that. I can agree with that. I think Apple is focused on more lifestyle tech and just making the tech just blend into your lifestyle, like the iPhone and Apple Watch and other things. One of my friends made a comment about Apple versus Android when it comes to like phones and things like that. And I actually think that this is one of the best analogies that I've heard in regards to this. But I think Apple is the end user, right? Most people who use iPhones, that's the end user device. Android is the admin device. And I actually like that analogy because I do feel like you, not just from the customization, but the tweaking and so many things that you can do with an Android device as opposed to an Apple device. So I can understand where you guys are coming from with that. I still don't know. I feel like I'm going against the grain, and I think that Apple does need to release a folding phone because I think what's going to happen is you have a lot of people who are switching from iPhone because they want to try a fold or a flip. I think what's going to happen is it's not going to become something that Apple feels they need to move on until they start losing more percentage of their market share. When that market share drops 1%, maybe 2%, and they see that it's not just, oh, we got rid of the 13 Pro Max or the 14 Pro Max and got an S22 Ultra. No, we got rid of the 13 or the 14 Pro Max and got a Fold 4. When that type of stuff starts to happen, I think that's when Apple's going to kind of say, okay, we need to put the foot on the gas and do something about this. Because regardless of how functional or non-functional folds are to different people, they are a new market and a new niche, and more people are adopting to them. I have a student that passed today. He passed his state exam. Shout out to Kendrick. And he is a Fold user. He's a Fold 3. I'm talking about phone is just beat up. He had the phone in a case, and he's literally just out there on the yard, just chilling with the Fold as if it was a regular phone. And every time he pulled his phone out, an iPhone user or another Android user, is that a Fold? Like he got that look like, oh. So I don't know, man. I feel like it's coming. LaShawn said, yes, I'm getting close, Mike. Hey, that's what's up, LaShawn. Hopefully LaShawn will be at 1,000 before the end of July, period. So we can get this man some members, so we can do some members only stream on his channel so we can really cut up. So shout out to Holla at your boy, man. If y'all have not checked out his content lately, man, please go check out his content and subscribe to him and give him some love, man, because he is dropping fire, right? He's dropping fire. My man, My Tech Review is in the building. What's up with you, man? Good to see you, Ronaldo. He says, hello, everyone. What's up, man? Good to see you, sir. Days One is speaking to everybody. Malik also said, if they release it, the fold going to go up expeditiously. Now, I do feel like that's going to happen. But Malik, here's the thing. The fold is going to go up expeditiously, right? But would it be such a bad thing if the fold goes up and they increase what is happening with the fold? Like, here's this is how I see that, right? Let's say that the fold goes up to 2,200 after Apple drops one, right? But if that fold has ultra level cameras, 6,000 milliamp hour battery, out for wider outside display, like if it has the things that make it a better device, is it really a bad thing if it goes up in price? I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously we don't want it to go up in price. That's obvious, but I don't know. I don't think it would be the end of the world if we got more for the money, right? If that makes any sense. Let's see. Big John Tech Reviews. Good evening to you, my friend. How are you doing, sir? Good. Hope you are doing well. Big John speaking to everybody. Hey, Spectacular Gadgets is in the house. What's up with you, Spectac? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. James Herrera says, no, I think Apple will make their phone bigger size, better chip, battery life, screen, better camera. They will beat their competitors. But James, that opens up a whole nother door of why do we keep getting these big ass iPhones and we're not doing anything with the screen? I'm sorry, but it's getting to the point where the 13 Pro Max or the Pro Max devices are truly beginning to be those devices that are they're literally just there for the old folks that want to blow the text up on their phone, because it's not about watching content on the device. If I really want to watch content on a mobile device, I will go buy an iPad. Point blank period. I'll buy an iPad mini. I don't really use my phone like that to watch content. Every now and then I do, but not all the time. So I don't know. I think there has to be a double side to that. But that's also, on a side note, that's another reason why I don't think Apple is releasing a fold anytime soon. Much as I may want them to, that's another reason I don't think they're releasing a fold anytime soon, because I think that Apple knows that releasing a fold would cannibalize the sales of the iPad mini. So maybe when they get ready to can the iPad mini, which it'll probably happen at some point in the next couple of years, maybe if it happens, I think once that time and that period of change for Apple comes, that's when we'll see the Pro Max become the iPhone Pro Fold or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Days One says, I think Apple uses the iPhone to draw you into the ecosystem. The folding phone might go into tablet territory, maybe even desktop if they do something similar to Dex. There you go. I got exactly what I was just saying. Let's see. Hey, yes, sir. You put the work in, my boy. You put the work in, and it's fire. So always give it. Hey, listen, man. Listen, I am an avid believer in this policy. One of my coworkers just lost a friend recently, and hearing the story about it, it just kind of reminded me that number one, nothing is promised to us tomorrow. So nothing is promised to us tomorrow. And number two, always give people the flowers while they can still smell them. It's a lot of fire content creators in this chat. You hear me? A lot of fire content creators in this chat. You got Big John, My Tech Review, Barry Johnson, Holla at your boy, Spectacular Gadgets, Sneed Mobile Tech is in the building. What up with you, Sneed? You got Jason C, you got Kia Too Technical, you got Patch Tech, you got Technically T earlier, you got quite a few people in this chat. If I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, but I'm just going off of what I immediately see. You got some fire content creators in this chat. And it's not just about shouting people out. It's about giving people the roses while they can smell them, because these folks put in work and they deserve the recognition for the work that they put in. All right. Because I just gonna call a spade a spade. It ain't like any of us, from me to Holla at your boy or anybody, is making enough money off of YouTube to quit the day job. So everybody still goes to work and still comes home and pushes out that content for y'all. So make sure y'all support your creators, man. Support your fellow creators. It's literally enough room at the table for all of us to eat. I am in competition with none of y'all. I respect and love everybody. Let's see. He said I suck that. Shut up. Shut up, LaShawn. Jason C says, I agree with you to a point about users leaving, but there's so many people unwilling to leave iOS no matter what Samsung can do. That's very true. That is very true. And I think that's going to be like that, especially now that iOS is starting to get Android 3 features and Android 7 features. So I think that's really nice that like iOS 16 is starting to get like KitKat and Eclair, features on the lock screen and things of that nature. So I agree with you on that, Jason. I do understand where you're coming from with that. Yeah, yes, sir. It'd be at the same level as the Fold 3 for 2200. Sheesh. Nah. Can't be, man. Malik can't. We cannot allow Samsung to just keep doing this, man. They can't keep dropping a folding phone and their slab device that costs $800, $900 has better functionality and better cameras, better battery life than their $2,000 folding phone. Like, no, it's to the point where it's frustrating. Like you want to use it for the functionality, you want to buy one for the cool factor, but at the same time, like I am a techie, right? I love using my iPhone because it just integrates with everything I needed to, even though I'm not using a Mac anymore, even though I'm using this Razer gaming computer down here, but I can't pull it out because it's literally locked in. But also, M1 MacBook Pro for sale if anybody's interested. Tweet going out later on this afternoon or this evening. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's frustrating. Let's see. A folding iPad mini. Telling you, Jason, keep it in mind. Sneak Mobile Tech says a foldable phone will command $2,000 from Apple. iPad minis command a small percentage of that. Apple should discontinue the iPad mini immediately. Oh, man. I don't know, man. People still buying the iPad minis. I don't know, man. Lover of Tech is in the building. What's up with you, Ben? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, man. Speaking of fire content creators, man. I mean, but Ben is that dude, man. Ben is that dude over in the UK, man. That's my brother across the pond, man. Shout out to you, Ben. Thank you for coming through, man. I know it's late over there, so I appreciate you sliding through. Hey, man, appreciate you, Sneed. Appreciate you, sir. What up, Johan? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Spectech says facts. Ace Rocks Tech is in the building. What's up with you, man? Ace, I've been good, man. I've been good. I've been working on my farmer's tan, trying to change the world and, take over the world at the same time. Let's see. I want a Pixel Fold so bad. Man, listen. I want a Pixel Fold so bad. And I've been saying this for months. Matter of fact, I think I've been saying this for over a year. I'm pretty sure I've been saying this for over a year just because it's something that I have personally felt really strongly about. And if you agree with this sentiment, drop a 1 in the chat and let me know. But I am ready for a Pixel Fold, not because I want a Fold competitor, because I want a Fold done right when it comes to Android. Google, you can tell me all day and night what One UI does, but Google lays the groundwork for Android. If the Pixel comes out with a folding, if Google comes out with a Pixel Fold, I know that they are going to demo and display how Android on a folding screen should be done. Point blank, period. And that is the reason why I'm ready for one. On top of that, because I have faith in Google and their pricing structure, I don't think it's going to break the bank as bad as a Samsung Fold is. And on top of that, think of the cameras, man. Like, think of the cameras. Listen, we all know I'm on Team Pixel, right? Shout out to Team Pixel. Shout out to Team Pixel. We all know I'm on Team Pixel. So I have no need to kiss Google's ass. I'm just speaking facts. Google's cameras are so good that if they brought a Pixel Fold out next year, said, hey, we got a Pixel Fold, we're going to charge $1,500 for this folding phone. It's going to have the Tensor 2, 2.5, whatever, chip that they're going to put inside of it. And it's going to have the cameras from the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, most people might go, what? Those cameras are a year old. How could Google do this? I wouldn't care. because I know what I'm getting with that. So that's just me. I'm ready for Google to drop a fold just because of what I think it would do for the folding market. And I say the folding market, but I more so speak for the North American market. I don't want to beat a dead horse and constantly say that, but you guys understand. Like I'm speaking on behalf of what I think the North American market needs, not necessarily the world, just the North American market, because we are so Apple Samsung that it's just the idea of something else is so foreign to us, right? It's foreign, literally in the literal and in the metaphorical. It's a foreign concept to us. So it is what it is. But I'm right there with you, Spectec. I'm ready for a Pixel Fold. Let's see. Malik Austin says Samsung gonna keep Samsung because nobody's stepping up to the plate. Moto, like, hold my beer. Please keep doing it. Let's see. iPad Mini official Apple product of the Toilet Squad. Do you think Google would get that software? Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do. I see we got a one. A foldable Google device would be the GOAT. Facts. One. Pixel Fold might be my first folding phone. Hey, if LaShawn, if the Pixel Fold drops and the Pixel Fold has any kind of an IP rating, and I can go to the carrier and get any kind of insurance on it. I know a lot of people don't believe in insurance. I'm a fan of insurance or protective care from Google or whatever. That's just because, excuse me, it's literally just because days like today, it was sunny. And then within 30 minutes, it would look like it was about to start pouring down rain. So if I got a folding phone in my pocket, I just want to know it's going to be protected. So I'm always going to be one of those people that has insurance, but I also know I'm a one-off special case. Cool with that. But if Google comes out with a Pixel Fold with any kind of an IP rating, bruh, that might be my first folding phone that I main as well. Just saying. One. I see everybody in the chat talking to each other. Island boy. Let's see. Kid Too Technical says, yep, that would be dope. Also, shout out to Kid Too Technical, man. Hit 1,000 subscribers recently, man. Shout out to Kia, another dope creator putting in the work. Keep doing your thing, Kia, and keep getting better. You're improving every time you drop a video, Kia. So keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Let's see. Johan says Google can't even get location-based reminders right. It just reminded me way past my 7-Eleven to pull up my list. Sorry, I'm kind of pissed about that. Oh, Johan, stop being picky. Boy, I'd be like, take my money immediately. Immediately take my money. Days One said, what I want is better multi-window features if Pixel releases a foldable. Facts. That's what I'm saying. But Days, I do think that Google is the one to do it. I'm just saying, Samsung can give us. These are the three things that I think about when I think about Google releasing a folding device. And these are three things that would improve over Samsung's Fold. Number one, proper aspect ratio for apps on the inner display. Not using Samsung Labs, not forcing something to happen. Proper aspect ratio on the inner display. Number two, a proper outer display with a physical fingerprint scanner that takes back to the days of the original Pixel fingerprint scanners from like the 5A or the 5 or all the other devices before. Not to say that the 6 or the 6 Pro's fingerprint scanner is bad. You know that's a sensitive topic for some people, but I would just like to see a physical fingerprint scanner. And again, number three, calling a spade, the damn cameras. Yes, the Fold 3 cameras are competent. Yes, the Fold 4 cameras are going to be competent, but when you're spending $1,500, $2,000 plus on the device without a trade-in, competent ain't enough. That shit need to be fire. All right, excuse my language. Them cameras need to be lit and hidden every time. The Pixel Fold cameras would clearly outdo the Z Fold cameras. Yeah, there you go. Ike's Tech Talk is in the building. What's up with you, Ike? Good to see you, my boy. Like I said, Ike will be following me at 9 p.m. on the dot. So make sure you guys go and check Ike out at 9 p.m. Johan, they are killing it because of privacy concerns. Barry, boy, I'm telling you what, when it comes to Google, Barry be right there on it, boy. Johan, there you go. Click on the link and educate yourself. God dang it. Let's see. Ike is in the building. Yes, he is. Ike hollering at everybody coming through. Let's see. Kia said, hey, no problem, Kia. No problem. Keep doing your thing. I was interested in the new Samsung Fold, but that same battery size, bruh, you cannot have a folding phone with a battery smaller than the one in your damn slab. It does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for this to happen. Samsung, like, I understand. Listen, I get it, man. I get it. The Note 7 didn't go like we wanted it to go. Okay? I get it. I get it. I understand. But that was 6 years ago, my G. 6 years ago. Samsung, you got to figure this out. All right, you got to figure this out, Samsung. Because these old tiny batteries that y'all putting in there, nah, this ain't gonna work, man. Let's see, Barry talking to yo. Excuse me. I think Google is taking their sweet time to get their fold right because Apple is who they're really concerned about, not Samsung. You know what, Bradley? I actually agree with you on that because if you look at the parallels of what is going on when it comes to Google and Apple, they are the closest in comparison to each other. You have a device built in-house with their own processor. Tensor is an amazing chip. Yes, it's built off of an Exynos architecture, I believe. Barry could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, it is built off of Samsung's Exynos architecture. But look at what they were able to do with the Tensor chip. Now, my question to everyone in the chat and just in general would be this: what would happen if Samsung could get the Exynos chip fine-tuned and right on the level like Tensor is and put it in their own devices? I don't think half of the overheating problems, I don't think half of the overheating problems or battery issues that Samsung phones are plagued with would actually be a thing. But for whatever reason, they just, I don't know, man. I can't figure this out sometimes, man. I really can't. Barry said this last night on Wire Wednesday, and it's just when you really look at it, Samsung has a really long history of just doing stuff that doesn't make sense. You know, when the OnePlus 7 Pro came out, 90 hertz refresh rate. What did everybody say? Oh my God, it's beautiful, 90 hertz, all the things. It was a Samsung display, and then Samsung dropped the phone the same year, 60 hertz display. Bro, what? Then they're giving their best camera sensor to other companies, not putting it on their ultra devices. You got, I don't know, man. Like Samsung's business model is getting to the point where it is just, it's not getting to the point. It's past the point where it's frustrating as a customer, as a techie, but it's also just frustrating in general because it's hard to understand. As it's I hope that there's an end game that'll make sense at some point, but for now, I don't know. It's just interesting. Baby crying. Baby crying. All right. Let's see. Yep, baby is definitely crying. Jason C says Samsung are putting bigger batteries in their cheaper devices. Why not the flagships? I think now, see, again, Jason, again to that point, I think they're doing that because they're testing how it works in their smaller device or in their cheaper devices before they bring it to their larger devices. I think that's just how Samsung is. I think Samsung has become so I think they've become so timid with what they do with their ultra devices because number one, look at how much they spend on marketing every year. And number two, because of the history that they have with them. So they'd rather put their newest products, newest features, newest displays, newest batteries, things of that nature in their cheaper A-line devices or whatever, because those are the devices that kind of go under the radar. You don't see a commercial during the NBA or the NFL games, primetime, Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night football for an A-line device. But you do see commercials for the Ultra, for the regular S22, or the Fold, or the Flip, you know. So got to read the room for what it is. Barry Johnson says you are correct. Okay, so it is based off of Exynos architecture. Got it. IDK with Reindeer Game saying I don't either, man. I don't know what they're doing, man. Exynos. My main beef is those cameras, but there isn't any foldables out there that uses their best cameras. I don't know. Like, would you guys say the Vivo X Fold does not use GT is asking the question too. Like, is the X Fold using Vivo's best cameras, or like, what would Vivo, what would the X Fold cameras be in comparison to Samsung? Since that's the general consensus that we have to use. I feel like from what I know of Vivo devices, even though I've never used one, I feel like they are probably, I want to say X70 Pro Plus, possibly X70 Pro Plus. So yeah, the X80 is better, but the X70 Pro Plus want no hoe either. Just saying, that thing want no hoe either. But Barry or Ike or somebody who's dealt with Vivo phones, let me know. Let me know, because I believe that's what the X Fold is using, is the X70 Pro Plus cameras. Sneed Mobile Tech says OEMs choose chip makers that can give them enough power to do what the phone needs to at a price and supply they can live with. It isn't personal. No, completely understandable. Completely understandable. Barry Johnson says it's confusing, Mike. We should be talking about how the Fold is the best foldable period right now, and yet we're talking about what it can do better at $1,800 to $2,000. We're talking about what more it could do. But TMSC is handling thermal cooling better than Samsung in early tests. Gotcha. I see Ike is talking to Bradley. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Sneed says cheaper devices have more space. It's design and engineering. Cheap phones can be chunky and large. Flagships are designed thinner for aesthetics. Man, I wouldn't mind. I gotta be honest, man. I wouldn't mind a thicker Ultra. I wouldn't mind a thicker Samsung device, or a thicker Android device, Pixel. I wouldn't mind a thicker Android device if it means that we're getting, the bare minimum that we expect. But I take the Pixel out of that because the Pixel does do really well with what it is. So I got to give credit where credit is due. And that isn't even Vivo. Yeah, okay. They don't market their A series, but they sell the most. Yep. Let's see, especially when with the jump they had on the folding game 4+ years. The X Fold is a tier down from the X80 Pro. Okay, so let's see. Barry says, nope, they are beneath the X80 Pro and the 70 Pro Plus. Okay, gotcha. For that price, it should be using the best cameras. Also, it's annoying we pay all that money and still don't get the best that you have to offer. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Sneed says, I wouldn't mind that either. It's just the casual consumer has that mentality. Thinner is more premium. Yep. But it's crazy how the casual consumer has that mentality, and yet the iPhone just gets thicker. It seems like the iPhone is getting thicker and thicker, and nobody seems to really have a problem with it. And again, I apologize, you guys, for the yawning. No mean to be rude. See, Ike says, that's my thing. Samsung could throw in S22 Plus cameras and add a periscope, and I'd be good. Bruh, something. That's Ike, literally. Again, and everybody knows this. It's not like this is anything different. But again, we need this at the bare minimum. We don't need this as we shouldn't be playing spades with these products. It shouldn't be, give me an S22 Plus and a possible. It should be the bare minimum. Period. We should be running board every time. Let's see. Barry says, agreed. Ike, Vivo is using their competitor to the S22 Plus cameras on the X Fold, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do agree with T to an extent. Yeah, we definitely want the best, but I'm also call me Mr. Contrarian. I'll play the Wayne Train role for a minute. But I'm also seeing it from both sides of the fence, in the sense of, I, as a customer and as a consumer and as a content creator, reviewer, whatever title you want to give me, I have these opinions. However, I also have this opinion that, or I have this understanding that maybe they couldn't get the X80 cameras into the device before it was ready to drop. Maybe there's a reason for it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going off of what I believe is the case, but I don't know. I don't know 100%. I had to adjust something on the computer. Sorry about that. So let's see. Apple consumers don't care. It's an iPhone, the ecosystem vessel and the society success indicator. That is true. You know, but Sneed, so I'm gonna ask this question, you guys. We'll ask another question here. We're about 37 minutes in. We're gonna ask another question here, and you guys start answering this in the chat. What do you see people using more of in your inner circle? Just say Android or Apple or both. In your inner circle, do you see more Android, more Apple, or both? Let me know. Let me know. And that can include, you know, our YouTube community. That can include all of us as well. But I'm just curious because something else that you know was talking about last night. I see a lot of people that are really back on. I'm seeing more Android devices where I work at. But the thing is, I'm also wondering if that's just a truck driver thing because it's a lot of Android devices where I work at. So I'm just curious about that. While everybody's answering real quick, Johan says exactly, Mike. Nobody says anything about Apple's phone thickness. Facts, Mike. That's the bare minimum for sure. Wayne train roll. Hey, you know, somebody has to be Mr. Contrarian, man. Somebody has to be Mr. Contrarian. These foldables are playing in the championship game and playing the backups. Well, if it's Golden State backups, they did pretty damn good to me. Malik said you could give me a thicker plastic phone with a good enough cooling, 8 Gen 1 and price it right. Shit. The X Fold and Huawei's foldable has periscope cameras. Samsung has no excuse. There you go. All right, so let's start with the answers to the question. Kids Who Technical says both. Jason C says Apple. Ike says both. Bradley says Android. Ace says Apple. Sneed says Apple, 98-2. Malik says both. Kidman says both. Barry says Android. Johan says both. Spectacular Gadget says both. Let's see. Sneed says white collar or blue collar, that matters. Well, okay. Well, you know what? I can agree with you on that. So what I notice is a lot of the students that come in and a lot of the people there, as far as my employees, are not my employees, my coworkers, because I'm not the manager of the place, my stupid self. As far as my coworkers, a lot of them are Android users, but a lot of them also, you know, there's a lot of Apple people in our mix as far as the students go. And I see a lot of people using two phones. And that was something that did catch me off guard. I'm gonna have to start taking a 5-hour energy or something before the stream. I'm sorry, y'all. But I do notice a lot of people using both. There are some people out there who have more than one phone. So it is interesting to see this dynamic when it comes to, like, I don't like saying average consumer because I don't think there's such a thing. Every consumer is different from the other. But um I do think that for the general market and for the general consensus of people that I interact with, which is about 100 people a day, I see a nice mixture of devices. So for me, my answer would be both. That would be my answer. Let's see. Pat's Tech says almost an even split at my stores, though. We sell 70 to 30 apples away. So, Pat, my question, Pat, is specifically for you. You said you sell 70 to 30 apples way. What would you say is your age or demographic for that? That would be my question, because one thing also that I've noticed is that a lot of the people, a lot of the people that I see using Android devices are in the 30 and up club. It's almost like people got to a point where they, you know what, I don't really care for the iPhone, or they just wanted to do something different because they were on an iPhone for a long time. Because I ask questions, I don't advertise like, yeah, I got a YouTube channel, but I do just curiously ask people questions, just, to gauge and see how, God, I hate saying it, but just how average everyday people who don't carry two phones and don't watch MKBHD or Wired Wednesday or whatever feel about these devices. Barry Johnson says agreed with Ike T. They are both the second. Okay, so they're the second best cameras in the stable. Gotcha. Very good. Okay, yeah. Y'all talking amongst yourselves. Okay, let's see. Digital Slake says S22 Ultra is the first Android phone that made me not use an iPhone. That's what's up. That is what's up. Now, Slang, is that due to? I feel like every time I ask a question, I'm going like full on deeper and deeper into the contrarian role of Dwayne Mims. But is that because of the screen? Because I know like the refresh rate in the display on the iPhone gave you some headaches. So is it because of that, or is that just in general your overall experience with it just made you enjoy that more? Let's see. X Fold cameras are pretty good. I'm loving the photos coming out of it. That's what's up. That is what's up. Barry said, nice slang. Let's see. Younger people, Apple, and older people are mostly Android. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing. I see a lot of people that are I'm like right in the middle. And a lot of people who are under my age group, as far as like 30 and under, they're just mostly team iPhone, team iPhone, team iPhone. But the ones that are like my age, 30 to 33, like me, I'm 33 and above, they are the ones that are kind of in that playing field of like, I like an S22 Ultra or an LG or a Motorola, device. So, like I say, I think that's pretty interesting how that works out. Yeah, man, I just want to get the best price for the best for the price. That's all. Vivo Fold cameras are probably the best foldable cameras out there easily. Kids feel left out when they don't have an iPhone. They legit get teased. Other kids make fun of them for having cheap Androids. They don't know Samsung sells phones for $2,000. That's big facts. I always find that argument funny, Sneed, whenever somebody says like, "Oh, because I used to have I had a friend who used to do that to me. And it was really funny because one day we were talking and he was just like, "Man, you still using an Android phone? Like Android phones are trash, man. Like blase this and blase that is and I'm on the phone, we're on the road because he drives trucks too. And I said, yeah, man, I still like him. This was like when the S9 Plus came out. It was the year 2018. And I remember I'll never forget the day that me and him were talking, and he was just like, yeah, well, my iPhone does blase this and blase that. And then I got the Note 8. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you got that new cheap Note," and I was like, "It's the first phone, $1,000 phone, like, $1,000 phone." And I just never forget, like, wait, Android phones cost that much? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. If there's an increase in older folks using the iPhone, they're usually getting pushed by their kids. To be honest, that's crazy. Raymond Williams said, the people I know that use Android phones have always been Android users. I don't think I've ever met an Android convert. And yes, you're right. They are mostly Gen X boomers. Let's see. Slang, I thought about you. Got that Poco X4 GT in the Dimensity 8100 and 144 hertz LCD. You should have zero issues with this screen. Let's see. Technically, T says that sleeper. Hey, man, look. Hey, T, look. I'm gonna keep it a whole book. That's why I said we might have to move the stream to the 7th start next week because it start getting close to 9 o'clock. Man. it starts becoming a struggle, bro. Digital Slang says not because of the display. I just really like the S22 Ultra. I have an iPhone still with the 7-minute, but haven't touched it in forever. Damn. That's what's up, man. The S22 Ultra is truly a phenomenal device. I mean, obviously, I have one here, and full disclosure, this is the second one that I've had. So it's not even like it's a bad phone or anything of that nature. It's an amazing phone, man. It truly is. And I really, this is why I hate that the Fold doesn't have these type of cameras in it, because my wife consistently takes pictures of our daughter and she uses single take to get like good videos and stuff like that. And some of the pictures that she gets out of this device, just regular point and shoot pictures, are so good. I don't see shutter lag. I don't see frustration. I just see beautiful pictures and that natural bokeh. Incredible, man. Incredible. See, I held that yawn back. Let's see. Bear, I thought about that phone. GameStop was selling it for cheap. I picked it up from GameStop. I was just about to buy the Redmi 11T Pro version until I saw his post. Barry saw that post and he was like, let me get my debit card. So, or let me access my PayPal account and just move those funds right on over there and take care of that. Man, he's talking to Barry. So that being said, man, we are 46 minutes into the stream. Man, we got 32 people rocking with us, man. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy this evening, man. I hope everybody has enjoyed the stream. We're going to go for about another, 10 minutes or so, and then we're probably going to go ahead and close this thing on out. The yawns are starting to get a little bit more frequent, kind of like the lightning and thunder when the storm is on the way, except for me, the sleep is on the way. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this up in about the next 10 minutes. But we've asked a couple of questions. So like I said, want to end the stream or prepare to end the stream on another question. So we talked about the Apple Fold. Should Apple release a Fold, right? And we've talked about our frustrations with the Samsung Fold and things of that nature. So this is the question that I want to ask, and I want you guys to say that I want you guys to put a one in the chat. No, don't put a one in the chat. Just say yes or no. If you guys think, based off of the leaks and the rumors and the renders and everything else, because it's hard to not see it, can we safely say right now that the iPhone 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max is not going to be that big of an up, is not going to be worth it? Like, is it safe to say that now, or do we still have to wait? I'm just curious, because I am personally going to say no. I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be that big of an upgrade. I don't think it's going to be that big of a change. And I think it's just going to be slight improvements that may prompt people to jump ship and upgrade. But aside from the pill hole display, new camera sensors, and possibly a bigger battery, but that bigger battery might be drained faster with the new software and the new chip that goes into it. I don't know. I personally don't know if I'm gonna get rid of this. Just calling it just calling a spade. I just don't think that I'm going to be getting rid of that device or of the 13 Pro Max. I really feel like my Apple devices are getting to that point where they're going to be an every other year upgrade. That's just personal when it comes to the phones. But you guys let me know, do you think the 14 Pro or Pro Max is going to be worth, or is going to be any kind of a significant upgrade to the 13 Pro Max? Days One says, from leaks other than design, I don't think so. Johan says, exactly, not worth it to me. Keep your 13 Pro Max. Okay, let's see if any other answers roll in here before we get ready to truly start wrapping this thing up, because I know my man, like I said, Ike's Tech Talk is going to be streaming at 9 o'clock this evening, and 9 o'clock this evening. And then after him, make sure you go check out Easy Computer Solutions and check out his channel, man, and look at his live stream tonight. He's got a nice stream with the podcast with Tech Odyssey. So yeah, man. Let's see. Ike says, I'm still waiting personally, just because I felt that like a 13 wasn't going to be worth it, but for the camera, bigger battery, and trade-in deal T-Mobile had, it was a no-brainer. I can understand that. And I'm in the same boat. I'm at the point now where monetarily and just being smart about it, I will not upgrade unless it just makes sense to upgrade. Like, if T-Mobile or Apple says, hey, got 13 Pro Max, we'll give you $900. I might have to go on and upgrade, like I might have to upgrade, but I won't upgrade for facetious reasons, like for frivolous reasons, like, oh, they got a matte black phone. Okay, I can buy a D-brand grip case and make this phone a matte black phone. So stuff like that will not push me over the edge. But I think the two biggest things that I'm curious about with the 14 Pro and Pro Max is I want to see what iOS 16 does with the device, and I want to see how the new cameras are. That's mainly what I want to see, because Apple has been using these same tired ass old 12 megapixel sensors for a while now, but they work. So that's why I'm kind of like, they already are good. What can you do to improve it? So like I said, I'm gonna say no for now, but I'm in the same boat as Ike. And I'm in the same boat as T here, when we said the same thing about the 13. There was more improvement than we thought. I'm gonna be complete though. I'm gonna be honest. But buying it outright, no. I think buying it outright probably won't happen. 13 Pro Max is a beast. I think people should wait until next year. I will do every other iPhone. I'm good with my 13 Pro Max. That's true, T. We all said the 13 was an S year. I still think the 13 was an S year, but that's just me. I wouldn't tell anyone with the 13 Pro to upgrade to the 14 Pro. It's more for those with the 11 or 12 Pros. I can agree with that. No argument here. We just see specs again, face value, but once we got them in hand, it was better than we all thought. Just have to wait and see. But T, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. It wasn't necessarily that it was better than we thought, more so as what were the two biggest things about the 13 Pro Max that stood out over the 12 Pro Max? Battery life and the screen with the 120 hertz ProMotion display. I think if you can keep the same battery life make minor improvements to the screen, I don't really see how much more it could change unless you just start pixel peeping cameras, or they do more with the software. But the battery, I think, is what made the 13 Pro and Pro Max so much better. I that's just how I feel like that's just what it is. Now I will say this: if I do get a 14 Pro this year, if I do upgrade with some type of amazing trade-in deal or whatever the case may be, I will most likely get a 14 Pro, because if I don't see anything from Apple that indicates that they're going to try to truly take advantage of the larger display, possibly offer some split screen viewing for when I do look at content on the phone, probably going to get a 14 Pro, because at the end of the day, what I have begun to learn is that when I go to work, I don't really mess with my phone like that. And if I do, I'm more scrolling or replying to messages than I am watching videos. And when I come home, I'm recording or spending time with my baby and looking at YouTube on my computer or my TV up front. So I'm not really consuming content on my device like that anymore. So I do think that I will probably go 14 Pro if I was to upgrade, but I don't know, man. Apple's gonna have to really convince me this year financially and just creatively to upgrade, because this 13 Pro Max is getting it done for me, man. Like, it's getting it done. It's truly getting it done. Jason C says, don't think it's worth it. It'll be interesting in years past. With design change, we're always big sell years, but today's market is very different. And Barry said, battery was killer. Apple, please don't screw that battery. That thing is fire. Let's see. And then let's see. T says, I think the 14 is going to have the worst T. I think me and you are on the same page, because I'm looking at it from the perspective of every time Apple introduces a change in the way that they're talking, we see sleep is on me, boy. We finna wrap this up. I'm gonna end the stream by making this statement. Look at the 10 to the 10s Max, right? The 10s Max had decent battery life, but it was nowhere near what the 11 was. The 11 Pro Max battery was great. Then we went to the 12. And we went to the 12, and we were just kind of like, it's okay for, added the 5G, but most of us turned 5G off because, number one, 5G wasn't really readily available in most areas like that. And number two, it drained the hell out of the battery. Then go to the 13 Pro Max, and it was like they got it right, and they it was like they fine-tuned what they did with the 12 and got it right. I feel like the 14 is going to be that device where it's a significant change, battery's going to suck. Or it's going to be the 13 Pro Max or Pro, but it's going to be maybe slightly less, which wouldn't be a bad thing, because this battery is so good that if I lost an hour of screen on time, I wouldn't care. But I think the 15, with that new design, new screen, new camera sensors, a year of data to fine tune and to just kind of get all the kinks out of it, they were going to be right back to this conversation of killer battery, in my opinion. So let's see. Bradley Larcher says the iPhone 12 battery was a step down from the 11. They corrected that with the 13, so they made it look like the battery is so much better. You aren't the first to think that, T. That would suck. Yes, it would. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and close this out. We got 55 minutes on the clock, man. I want to say thank you guys for watching tonight, man. We have had about a solid 30 people watching the stream straight, man. So shout out to all of you guys in the chat who have been interacting tonight. If you guys like the way the stream went tonight, put a 1 in the chat and let me know, because this is kind of the format I want to kind of continue to go when it comes to the stream and streams moving forward. Kind of want to, just conversate with you guys and just have the conversation versus just rambling the whole time. And I really enjoyed this, man. Like, I really enjoyed this format tonight. Next week's stream, like I said, we're going to have a new title, and I'm really excited, man. Just really excited for the direction that I'm about to start trying to take this channel and trying to get things kicked back up. So changes coming up and everything, man. But in the meantime, in between time, as always, man, thank y'all for joining me tonight and for being here this evening with me. All of you guys lurking, all of you guys chatting, man. I see all the ones in the chat, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Hit the like button. One, great stream, nice stream. Hey, appreciate you, man. One, man. Awesome, man. Hey, appreciate every single one of y'all, man. And as always, you're very welcome, Barry. Very welcome. Ike's Tech Talk going live in 6 minutes over on his channel. So if one of my amazing moderators will do me the favor of updating the chat with the link to his stream, and also updating the chat with the link to the stream for Eric's live stream tonight with Tech Odyssey, if it's available. It might not be available yet, but if it's available for Eric's live stream with Tech Odyssey for the Tech Preacher podcast, that will be going on tonight as well. And tomorrow night, you got the Ignorant Hours with Holla at Your Boy. Then Saturday, I don't think anybody's streaming Saturday. I don't have a tech fight going on. Sunday, you got the El Jefe live show. Monday, you got Tech for Your Needs. Technically, T is normally streaming on Monday, but technically T is cooking up some heat when it comes to his streaming setup. And I told that man, don't stream until you get your shit ready, because it's gonna be fire once he drops it. So, but he might stream anyway, because T gonna do what T do. He hard at it. But T will be back to streaming soon. And then you got Tuesday, you got Talking Tech Tuesdays with Gadget Goddess Wednesday. You have Wired Wednesday, you know, with the crew. And then of course you round back to Thursday, Friday Junior with the fellas, Mike and Ike, and Easy on the Tech Preacher podcast. So that being said, man, thank you, Barry, for dropping the link to Ike's stream in the chat to his channel. Make sure you guys go over there, support the boy, raid the chat. Let him know that Tech King Mike sent you, even though he's in the chat, so it's not a surprise. And man, guys, we are gonna talk to y'all later. See y'all next week on another Thursday night with Tech King Mike. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.